Okay, that's way too loud to be recording my voice at the same time, but hello, it's Nikos, I'm back. And disclaimer, I might go silent for a lot of this playthrough, because this is just a base recording to get stuff sorted. But what I'm doing is what I posted before, I think RLC, real life conversion playthrough. And this is, baseline is like as a little fantasy as possible, like keep it as close to real life as possible, no matter how you base the story. If it's of Pokemon you like, Pokemon you game with before, cards you've had, toys you've had, which version of the games, if it's Gen 1, Gen 3, whatever you wanna do. But it's like, okay, what was my life? How would I have gone through the Pokemon world if I were me? And I started with Kanto, with the anime, not the games, but with the anime. So that's why we're starting in Kanto with Fire Red, and what better time to do it when Fire Red and Leaf Green has released on the Switch. But this is hard, like old console. Oh god. What? Why is it zoomed in? There, readjust. Sorry for that. I didn't realize I had like zoomed in it in some sort. But now I have full screen. So yeah, it's like, what's your life? Keep it simple. Because as I get older, I feel like the simpler story are the more fun. It doesn't have to be extravagant, you saving the world, beating the evil team type of journey, but just what did you do as a kid? So you start, like, look at, okay, what did I do when I was 10? At the earliest 10. If you did start with Pokemon like me before you were 10, 10 is the limit. 10 is the earliest you get to go and look at stuff. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna look up what Venusaur has been up to. Withdraw items, withdraw the potion, because this is gonna be the main playthrough. But like, what did you do? In what order did you play the games? In what order did you visit the regions? Like, this is not gonna be based on what order you like to have done the regions, like to have done your journey. No. What order did you do them? For me, it's Kanto first. Technically, through anime and toys and stuff like that, but at the same time, when I look at when I got hold of Fire Red as a game, it was when I was 10 years old. It released in Europe when I was 9. But I got it the summer after, when it was my birthday, when I was 10. So it's quite perfect for me to go for careful, adamant, calm. To go for Fire Red as my first game at 10 years old. But yeah, Kanto was my first game, my first region. Even though Sapphire was technically the game I owned first. So now we're saving. I'm clicking A too fast. Yes, saving. If I messed up my saves before, that's just too bad. So we have a Bulbasaur. Yes. Special defense up. Careful is... Yes. But yeah, but it's also like based around what Pokemon would you be using? As a kid, I always go Bulbasaur pretty much. And we go Viridian. Simple names. This is supposed to be 10-year-old me. What nickname would I give it at 10-year-old? And now we do a double check. I don't wanna reset too much if I can avoid it. Timid. I know some recommendations have been timid, chlorophyll, Venusaur at points in the time, but I don't think a timid, speedy Venusaur is like what I want story-wise. Most later gens use modest or bold. Really special. Quit game, play cartridge. So I'm gonna try and reset a bit. It depends on like... Because the reason I'm playing the games as well, instead of just writing a story for it, is due to I want some realism randomness to the Pokemon. You wouldn't always get like perfect IVs, perfect nature, shiny Pokemon in the way you want them. No, it would be random. And as a kid, most of us, like, don't lie, you just went with the Pokemon you got. You did not know about natures or stuff like that. So I don't want to go in with a like extremely bad nature for any Pokemon. But the reason for playing is to just get that randomness factor. Lonely, that's defense down for attack up, that's not... So you want the randomness factor from playing the games. What do you get in at least a few tries? Most Pokemon I won't give that many resets. Like you see if you watch the episode 0 Charmander episode. But as Viridian is the starter, I will be going with through the entire playthrough. I want it to be an actual good nature. Like this is one of the few I will actually be resetting a lot. Just to get the nature I want. Pokemon, Viridian, Summary, Naive. Speed up for defense, special defense down, not gonna have it. Like that would be a decent nature to have. I think I have it on my Charmander. On first attempt. Yeah, special defense down is not that good on a glass cannon attacker. Competitively, it wouldn't be the best, but it's good enough. It's a speed up without affecting attacking stats, so it's a good nature for a Charizard in that sense. So I go with it. That was what randomness factor gave to me. And same with genders for most Pokemon. I'll go with the gender I catch. or get. Impish is not good either. It's defense up for special attack down. That's the worst one so far. Play cartridge. I promise, I said, after Bulbasaur is over, this won't be that annoying. But yeah. And for me, I want a randomness factor by playing the games. And for a person like me that has been with Pokemon since the release, more or less, in Europe, I want to play the regions in their canonical order. Gen 1 through 9 and 10 when it comes out. And there's no way ever that you can do that and move up the exact Pokemon throughout the entire playthrough in the perfect order. But by having, as this is a genuine real cartridge, Gentle is special defense up for defense down. Like, it is decent. Because some of those, at least older builds for Venusaur was special defense boosting natures with either attack or special defense down. But I'm not sure you... We'll do 5 more resets. If I don't get a good nature within those 5, I will start accepting things like Gentle. So, but yeah, with real cartridges, you can get almost every single region in canonical order. The only 2 regions that will be swapped. Calm is perfect. It is one of the recommended ones in Ruby and Sapphire, I think. Yeah, attack down. It would be a bit bad because I think grass is... Oh no, grass is special. Jolly timid adamant. So I think most builds, or at least in the past, was going for attack lowering. Most, yeah. They want you to go, and even future ones usually want to go attack lowering nature for Bulbasaur. And as it is Fire Red, grass is still special. I think all the basic ones, the base elements, water, fire, grass, electric, is special. So let's do this. First rival battle. But yeah, the only 2 regions there are to be opposite order of what they should be is Hoenn and Johto. But by having the cartridges, you can play Fire Red as your first, or Leaf Green. Then go into Sapphire or Ruby. With the same Pokemon, trade over the Pokemon, because you don't need to finish the game. As in the Gen 3 regions. Whoa! A clutch crit. Don't get crit yourself though. Because I was thinking like, do I lose to have the typical rival is stronger than you kind of storyline? Or do I go for resets to actually beat my rival the first time, like as I would do as a kid, always beat the rival. I would never accept losing to the rival. But yeah, you go Fire Red into any of the Hoenn games. It's either that you can trade without reaching endgame in the Hoenn games, unlike Fire Red and Leaf Green, where you need to do the endgame, or it is that you just need, like me, to have one Hoenn game that is at endgame and then trade between the Hoenn games. You can transfer all the Pokemon you have, the same ones. When you do, then you transfer up to any Gen 4 game that has reached endgame cartridge. So for example, have a Diamond, Pearl or Platinum cartridge, transfer up, and then trade over to a Johto or any Johto game. And then you can play Johto. So Ho and Johto become the wrong order. But then you move back to Gen 4, Sinnoh games, and then after that you just transfer up in the regular order, Gen 5, Gen 6, Gen 7, Gen 8, and so on. So Gen 3 and 2 are the only ones that are technically in the wrong order, Hoenn and Johto. And that's what I'm planning to do, to have a long playthrough as if it were my life, or closely resembling it with the Pokemon I use, the Pokemon, the order I do gyms in some regions, and stuff like that. By playing the games, moving up Pokemon, so I have the same Pokemon, I have the same Bulbasaur, the same Venusaur in every single game, going up. And then just write the story around it, and as I said, playing the game to have that random factor of what items do I have, what Pokemon have I seen, what Pokemon I have I caught, what natures, genders, moves do they have, everything that, just to have a slight randomizer to it. So if you want to play along, you can play along. As said, if you don't have all the gens you can, or games, you can use some sort of what do you call it, a randomizer system, place the natures, if it's like, it's 25 natures, so like place it on a grid that every 1 through 25, or if it's a 1 through 100 randomizer that you place all the natures on like a number, 1 or 4 numbers if it's 100. I'm clicking way too fast. And then just randomize. Same with genders, just check the gender for the species, gender ratio and stuff like that. But that's why using the game feels so much more fun and better for me personally, when I am blessed by being smart enough to keep all my games and all my consoles growing up. So I have everything still kept. This is the Fire Red cartridge that I got as a 10-year-old. That I'm playing now as a 30-year-old. We go for the map. Might as well. But now this becomes the thing, I said, that I'm not going to be as strict about. Story-wise, it would be more fun if Pidgey is my first catch after my starter, Bulbasaur, of course, but we have a Pidgey. We have a Pidgey as the first encounter with Pokeballs. So what we're gonna do is tackle Pidgey to get it a bit low. Bag. Pokeball. Oh. Okay, we'll risk it for the biscuit. Do one. Pidgey knocked out, sadly. Second attempt. Pidgey again. Still level 3, still a male. So tackle. I guess we risk it for the biscuit again. Nice. Bag. Pokeball. Use. And that's the first Pidgey caught. And I say first, because the thing we're gonna look at now, Pidgey caught, blah blah blah. Nickname, we go for a simple, childish nickname to play as if I'm 10 years old. Crow. Pokemon, Crow, summary, quirky. That is a neutral nature, so we keep it. Crow is the first catch I ever had. And I keep it like that. A neutral nature might not be the best, absolute best competitively, but it's still good playthrough-wise. So we go with it. But the thing is that I would have had as a plan, and that we are going to go and do, is to catch... We're going to catch a Rattata, because as a kid I would catch a lot of Pokemon. So this is a balance of like catching extras versus catching a lot of Pokemon that I would be doing anyway. Ooh. And then we have Rattata as the second catcher. Yes, and she's two. I'm becoming a bit confused on the nicknames. I think it's Silla for silly. That was the name of my guinea pig as a kid. My sister got one guinea pig that we named Milla, and then I got one that I named Silla. Sirius is also neutral, perfect catches. Like, see, this is the randomness. Sure, maybe a bashful Rattata or a docile Rattata would have been more fitting for a rodent. Okay, so no Premier Balls yet in Fire Red, but we're I'm taking a lot of Pokeballs in case we have that extremely lucky shiny appearing. I do not want to be low on Pokeballs. But now, what we're gonna do is train a little bit. Miss. But I'm also going to capture 2 more. Stop that. Capture 2 more Pokemon. Because I have, if you, as said, watched the episode 0 Charmander video, randomized a Squirtle and a Charmander, because I want all starters. I'm just gonna do this quickly because we only checked Quirky. I'm just gonna have a quick capture so I have the base stats when they have 0 EVs and their base level up there. With a Guts Rattata as well. What is the... It's a Kenai. That's absolutely fine. So I'm going to level up a little bit, I feel. Oh, only 1 health. Okay. Leech Seed strategy to stay out fighting longer might not be worth it. Ooh, a Tail Whip. We at least gain 1 health point back. Switch with the Crow, capture Crow. But yeah, maybe I should pause the recording at this point. Because now this is just going to become a pure training montage to get at least a few levels on Crow and Viridian in preparation for the rival battle. This is probably going to hurt. Yeah, it's 5 damage and... doing it like that. Use next. And hope Viridian outspeeds even just from pure, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to pause this recording and video here. Start a new video that is just going to be recording and not me, or training and me not talking. So yeah, come along, RLC. Follow along if you're unsure about how it works, and I'll try to talk in as many videos as possible. Otherwise I'll do a summarized version on my main channel. So see you around.